pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Lambeau. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. For Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Rashawn Gary on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run the counter with Cook. Shreds the tackle. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Cook, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll move the chains.
2 yards on the play, and the Vikings first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
A big play there. 48 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit it. There's the penalty.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
At the 23-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Rodgers' throw going to be caught by Funchess. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Daniil Hunter.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
2 yards on the pickup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They start the drive with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
27-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you tip.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run it with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
It's a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
It almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Packers 28, Vikings 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, it's Jones, and he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 22. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
1. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
That's good.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Josiah DeGuara there to make the grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got pulled on that one.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 3. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Minnesota.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Vikings.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 42 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Makes the score Packers 35, Vikings 14. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Funches with a catch over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
12-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Now Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Packers 42, Vikings 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
54. 54, Mike. Silver. Check three.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you, boy.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Packers 49. Vikings 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
The Viking ball carrier.
The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. We went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll run for it. Cook. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and